clinical researchers. I just wrapped up episode 170 of my podcast, so go check it out. We're talking about how technology is changing, going to change, and in some instances already have changed our industry, but specifically how it's changed the role of a clinical research associate and how it's even changed and will continue to change the job description, the very essence of what it means to be a CRA. And I don't want people to get scared and think that this is not a safe industry and that their jobs are going away. This is one of the safest industries because it's one of the slowest to adopt new technologies industries that there is out there. You can pay attention to other industries, see what's going on, and have about a decade runway before you have to think about how those technologies, which already disrupted other industries, will disrupt yours. Why clinical research, despite all the technological disruptions going on around us everywhere? I mean, just look around. Take your head out of the sand and look around. Look at other industries. They're being disrupted by AI, by big data. Our industry is no different, but here's the difference. Here's why this research industry is still one of the safest, most secure industries that there are, right? Even though the CRA's jobs are changing, we did a full podcast episode on this yesterday, risk-based monitoring, big data, analytics. The CRA's very essence will be different 10 years from now. But one of the biggest differences between clinical research and other industries is, and this is the same reason why it frustrates us, a lot of us, so it's good and bad, it's a double-edged sword. It's the fact that the industry is so slow to adapt and adopt, whatever word you want to use, new technologies. So where I get frustrated with this is in social media advertising for patients. It took IRBs forever to recognize social media as a viable alternative for patient recruitment. And, that's one of the slow to adopt new technologies that was frustrating. But one of the positives of that is they're also slow to adopt AI and big data and all this other stuff. I mean, risk-based monitoring, they started with white papers in 2013, 2014. They really starting to implement it in 2016, 17. We're seeing it now in 2018. I think by 2025, 2028, it'll be fully implemented, risk-based monitoring. And by then, I think the CRA's job will be different. But look, it's 2018. You can have 8 to 10 years, really a decade, before it starts really affecting your job at a salary level. And that's if it even does that. And that's a decade. Most of us live to be about 80 if we're lucky. So 10 out of 80 is what? 1/8 is 16% of your life. Like, a lot of you people listened to the episode yesterday, 169, and are worried about your future prospects in this industry. And that's the furthest thing you should be worried about, is losing your job in this industry. There's a shortage of clinical research professionals. There's a shortage of CRAs. Yes, technology, artificial intelligence, algorithms are disrupting every industry. But look around you, look at other industries, see what's going on. Ask yourself how your job can be replaced. And just know you have a much longer runway than almost everyone else in any other industry in this industry. And you get to make a lot of money being a CRA, and you make a lot of money as a coordinator that then goes on to be a CRA, or a coordinator that then goes on to be a site director, or a coordinator that then goes on to own a site. So there's plenty of opportunities here. The amount of doors that will open when this technology changes one position will be incredible. There's going to be dozens of new positions out there. Quality of life will improve. Salaries may go down for some positions, but that's where you got to be smart, and you got to make changes, and you got to be proactive, and only you should be responsible for your career, not your employer. They don't care. You need to do it. So check out episode 170 of Random Musings from the Clinical Trials Guru. This is still a safe industry, one of the safest. You got a long runway before you need to really start getting worried about technology replacing your job. if it even happens at all. Take care.